You know, we've already done a video and talked to you about the brand new Fass fuel filters that they've come out with and the engineering behind them and the idea of their orientation on the new fuel pump. But what we wanted to do today, because of all of the buzz around Fass's new filters, it's really been a resurgence for us, for people to want to change their fuel filters on their Fass pumps, which is a good thing. We always like to see people change their fuel filters and, you know, keeping themselves from having failures. So what we wanted to do is we really wanted to sit down today, shout out to Gene at Fass. I called Gene up and I had every Fass series that they've ever made pump with filters, except for the blue base one. I didn't have a blue base one laying around here. Gene sent me a blue base one, so shout out to Gene and the guys at Fass for doing that. So let's talk about each different series that Fass has had over the years, and what I'm going to talk to you about is what Fass filter goes on that. I'm not going to talk to you about any of the cross-reference filters or anything like that. I'm going to only talk to you about the Fass filters that go on these pumps. Now, one thing to note here, run and change on Fass filters. Run and change on Fass filters because there could be more engineering coming down the line. This could change. As this changes, Adam and I, we're going to make a conscious effort to do new videos to talk to you just about that. Again, long story short, we just want to talk through all of this and try to make it a little bit more clear for you by showing you every series that Fass has ever had. All right, let's start with back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth and the 150 and the 95 series Fasses. At one time, Fass had out two different series of pumps with filters, and we called them affectionately, they were the 150 series and the 95 series to us. Now they're considered the HD series. We used to, when people would call in, they needed filters for the Fass, we always call them, ask them, hey, is it the big filter kit or is it the small filter kit? So let's show you that right now. This is the Fass HD. This pump and filter setup was around a long time, big time production run on this. This is the only filter out of them all that doesn't have at least one filter that's going to cross over inside of it. The two filters that are on the HD 150 series this is all they go on, is an HD 150 series, red base or maybe some of the Class 8 stuff. So as far as the Fass filters go, and I've got a 1010 on here, but the FF 1003 is what you're going to be getting for that. This has a 10 micron filter on it because it was actually for a 98 to 02 Dodge truck. We used to put 10 microns on those, which was tons of filtration for like a VP Dodge or mechanical Dodge. But the FF 1003 is 3 microns, which is correct for you common rail guys. So that's what comes standard on them now, or that's the standard filter that we're using, that we are still selling, is the FF 1003. Now your separator side, which is on your suction side of the pump, is the FS 1001. The FS 1001 is still for sale. Both of these filters are still for sale, of course. We offer these on the website. We can get those to you. So when you're talking to one of our technicians and you tell them that you've got a red base, you may hear them ask you if you've got the big filters or the small filters. You can see in comparison between the 95 series and the 150 series what they're talking about when they're asking you if you have the big filters or the small filters. Now let's talk about the red base 95 series. The red base 95 series, one of the newest things that's going to go on with the red base 95 series pumps is we're actually going to be using our newest fuel filter that is on there, which is the XWS fuel filter. So let's talk about that just a little bit. On the water separator side, we are going to be using the correct Fass filter is the FS 2001 filter. The FS 2001 is going to be used on other pumps through the series, on another pump in the series here, which is a blue base, and I'll talk to you about that. But for the red base small filters 95 series, you're going to be using the FS 2001. Now enter one of Fass's new filters. In place of the old fuel filter for these trucks, or for the 95 series, you will have to do one thing. You're going to have to do one change on this. Normally, this pump was actually manufactured with a 13/16 fitting inside of this. We offer a part number FSN 2001, and I'm going to take this off and show you. The FSN 2001, if I could get it off, which I can't. All right, we'll just use our imagination here. So your FSN 2001 is going to take you up to the 1-inch thread size for the new XWS 3002. Now, this is where this gets just a little bit tricky. The XWS 3002, and see our filter that our video that we have explaining these filters. Jim will link you to it over here somewhere. He'll link you to it somewhere. The XWS is called a water separator, an extreme water separator. However, this is actually a fuel filter. This is going to, not only does this have water separating capabilities, but this is going to filter your fuel down to 2 micron absolute. This is a very, very good filter. So don't let this trip you up that we're going to be putting this in, that this is actually called a water separator, but we're going to be putting it on the fuel filter side of the pump. So this fits on really nicely. You don't have a ton of room between the two filters, but if you use you've got enough space here to get a filter wrench on there so you can still get the water separator off there. But again, you have to cross over and change the nipple out from the 13/16 to the 1-inch nipple, and then that will get you to the ability to be able to use the XWS 3002. Now, let's talk about the next pump in the series, which is going to be the Blue Base Titanium series. This was a small production run for Fass, not a ton of these out there in the field. The Blue Base Titanium series is essentially just a red base 95 series, and only in terms of filters, not in terms of technology or the Fass, the technology inside the pump itself, the mechanics of the pump itself. In terms of filters, same thing as the red base 95 series. These as well, first production run on these came out with a 13/16 nipple on them. You have to cross this over to the 1-inch nipple. We sell that, part number again, FSN 2001. We sell that to you. Then you can use the XWS water separator on here in place of your fuel filter, and then the FS 2001 is going to go on your water separator side. Plot twist, we used one of the old WS 2001 water separator filters from back in the day, so shout out to us old guys. Now let's go back just a little bit and let's talk about the 3 pumps in this series that are going to use nothing but the new Fass filters. 2 part numbers on the brand new Fass filters is the XWS 3002, which we've already been talking about, and the PF 3001. So these next 3 pumps only use the new filters. The first one we're going to talk about is the Platinum series. The Platinum series from Fass, kind of a short production run on this one as well. This only used 1 single filter on here. So what we're going to be using on this pump now is the XWS 3002. We're going to be getting water separating capabilities as well as the 2 micron absolute filtration that you will be getting from the XWS 3002. Neat conversion here, nothing to do with the nipple. This totally screws on, you're good to go. So the XWS 3002 is used for the Platinum Fass. We're almost done. Next, the Legacy Series Titanium pumps. These were gray base pumps. These now only will be accepting the XWS 3002 and the PF 3001. The PF 3001 is called a fuel filter. You will see that title on any of your shopping feeds or whatever that you're looking at. This is just a filter that is to stop large contaminants from going through the pump side. So the PF 3001 is going to go on your water separator side on these pumps. So PF 3001 there. Then your water separator, and I'm going to use it. It's a fuel filter. XWS 3002 goes on the fuel filter side, or what was considered the old fuel filter side, on these Legacy Series Titanium gray base pumps. You kind of see that color's been the theme here. We had the old red bases here. We had the blue base Titanium series. We got the gray base Legacy Titanium series. So now let's talk about their newest pump in the in the series, which is the Signature series, or some people are calling it the Whisper series. This is Fass's newest filtering system. They're really proud of this. They've got a lot of engineering into this setup. This is the black base pump. This is your newest pump out there on the market. It, again, only uses the XWS 3002 and the PF 3001. These filters have been designed to work in conjunction with this pump to get you better filtration, excellent flow to quieten down the motors, and a little bit new and some new technology inside those filters. And the good thing about this all is that technology that Fass has brought to the forefront and started using on these pumps. Now these filters are being used in other series of the pumps that Fass has offered, they've made for you. So Adam and I wanted to do this video for you, and we wanted to only talk in terms of the Fass filters that go on all of these different pumps. We didn't want to muddy the waters up and talk about the fuel filter crossovers. However, you can always go to fassride.com and you can get all of the crossovers for fuel filters. We have no problem selling you another brand or helping you find another brand. If you're on the side of the road, we want to make sure that you get your truck up and running quickly to get you up and going, so we can help you with that. Fass does the same thing. They offer a complete fuel filter crossover on their website. We have crossovers on our website as well to help you find whatever you want to. If you wanted to go with the Fass branded filters inside of this is going to be your guide for that. Little show and tell here today. Just wanted to show you all these different bases, all the different series. Little walk down memory lane for some of these old pumps that we used to sling on the phones all the time. But that's it, guys. If you have any questions on this, I know there's a lot of information here. If you have any questions on this, please give us a call, like and subscribe to our channel. And as always, we appreciate you watching our videos. Thank you.